Hi, welcome to the Teacher's Edition of ESL Communicative English Musings. My name is Scott Duarte. How I'm starting this class, the lessons leading up to their assignments. First of all, the first assignment, major assignment anyway, is the music video. And so how did I get the students into the mindset of filming a music video, or anything for that matter, and then the music video itself. Okay, so we started off with a crash course of film school, and I achieved this by first using a lecture from a textbook on the filmmaking process, so that the students had to take notes from this lecture, which would improve their academic listening skills. We discussed the various points of the filmmaking process, and the lecture was based on Hollywood models, blockbusters, if you will. Then, from there, we brought it down to the amateur level, and I had the students watch a number of the Izzy Video videography tutorial series. Now, if you haven't watched Izzy videos, go to www.izzyvideo.com, and Israel Hyman, the host and creator of the podcast, does an excellent and wonderful job of making how to shoot video very easy, in a language that not only you and I can understand, but that the ESL students can understand. So what I did was I gave them a series of the episodes, the ones that would most affect their own videography, their own shooting of the podcast, and had them take notes on it. Now, this was all done out of class. They had to either download the podcast from iTunes, or I gave them a DVD with the podcast on it, so that they could watch it at home on any DVD machine. DVD player. So they took notes, and I gave them an in-class quiz on them. The students were able to use their notes. So basically it's testing, again, listening skills, note-taking skills, and not really memorization. I felt that if they watched it and they took good notes, that was enough, so that the quiz was an open notes quiz. Now, if you want that list of what I thought were the most important Izzy video tutorials for students learning to video podcast, email me. You can email me at scottduarte, SCOTTDUARTE, at education.org, EDGYCATION.org. I will be happy to give you that list, share with you the very simple quiz that I prepared, and any other resources that I may have. The students also had a pamphlet which I've put together from numerous other sources that talked about directors' responsibilities, different camera angles, different editing techniques, basic advice for starting out in the filmmaking process, things to that extent. And again, I gave them a take-home quiz, which was basically questions that they had to skim the pamphlet that I gave them, the booklet actually that I gave them, and find the information. So that would utilize reading skills, academic reading skills for them. So you have all these different parts utilizing various skills, not just listening, speaking, because they need to be well-rounded for their academic portion of the course. From there, we listened to another academic lecture based on what makes or what constitutes a genius. And so for that, they listened to it, and the lecture was all about whether it's innate talent or it's acquired talent from practice, or a mixture of the two. after that, we read the introduction to Robert Rodriguez's book, Rebel Without a Crew, which chronicles his making of El Mariachi, his first movie that gave his rise to stardom. Now, Robert Rodriguez directed, of course, El Mariachi, Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, the Spy Kids series, Sin City, and numerous other films. The great thing about the introduction, as well as the whole book is a wonderful read, but the introduction lends itself perfectly to the Genius lecture in chronicling, well, was it innate talent? What practice did he take? What were the steps of his film education? And so it's getting the students more in the mindset of the filmmaking process, what one master of cinema's education, or not education, but background of it was, and just immersing them in this film culture. So after we talked about making of the Genius series and the filmmaking aspect, I started introducing music into it. The week before we broke into the music video genre, I started at the beginning of each class a simple close exercise listening to a various English song. From there, we started to watch some music videos. I would reinforce what they learned on the IES A video series and through the handouts that I've given them on the filmmaking, about camera angles, about various shooting aspects of it, and finally broke into the requirements for the music video assignment. Now the requirements are very simple. Basically, they had to just create a music video for any song that they chose, but somewhere within the music video, at the beginning, in the middle, at the end, or interspersed, they have to have roughly 30 seconds of dialogue. Now, you might be thinking, why a music video? The music video assignment is to get them familiar with working with a camera and the editing process and everything else before they start tackling scripting a whole series. The dialogue, the 30 seconds of dialogue, does require them to script a little bit, but that's not a main focus of it. So I wanted them to to get at ease with the camera and the process of filmmaking before they really start having to worry about writing a script or anything to that extent. Also, all students are really excited about music, I've found. And so a music video is a great way to create excitement and interest in the overall project. And so that's why I've chosen to start with music videos. So there you have a very quick, very rough idea of how I've begun the class, what kind of assignments that they're doing in the meantime, such as the academic listening series, and a general sense. Whatever questions you have, feel free to email me. Come to the website, if you're not watching it from the website already, and go into the forums. Post any questions, comments, or suggestions, or your own idea, and start a dialogue that way. Until next time, my name is Scott Duarte. Thanks for watching.